Hello, good evening. Yes, it's really evening. It's past 6 o'clock now. Um, so I'm here today. I'm gonna start a new series of videos as I finish my legacy to leave to my children's and my grandchildren and generations in future. Yes, I did these videos now because I know when you getting older and older, you tend to forget a lot of things. And I did ask my sister to do some tape some conversations with my father and my mother when I I was already in here because when I got to England, I learned that the past is very important. So it's no future if you don't know your past. You know, you have to preserve the experiences of the past generations in order to build the future. So I did ask my sister to do it, but because some people doesn't have this, vision of future and past, or past and future, past, present, and future, and you tend to forget, you tend to not take it seriously. But then after, when my father was very in his 90s and he was already losing a lot of memories, so that's when my sister noticed that she should be, taping some conversation with my father, so to have this legacy of how was his childhood and etc. So that's why I decided to do it before I got to that stage. And I asked also one of my cousins to do it with his mother, and they didn't. Now they want to have these memories from her because now she's 90 also and she's losing her memory. So she now get lost on the stories she's telling, she's mixing everything. So they notice that, and now they regret not to have done it when she was a little younger. And I have been asking them to do it. So I decided to do it myself. And I said, okay, I have the experience of my parents and my family, my ancestors. So I decided to do it so my kids will have this memories or this knowledge or this history of how life was when I was born. Okay. And how it progresses, the progression of the technology and everything, you know. Yes, I was born in a time without television. Now you have television, and not just television, but I'm doing this video now, you know. So yes, the evolution has to be preserved in order for the future to understand how the past was and be grateful for whatever they have got on the the future. So, well, as I finish that legacy videos, I'm doing now some different videos about my dreams. I had a lot of life dreams. That's what I call them. Very life dreams. And yes, I do have them from when I was very young. Even predictions like, dreams that for example, I dream about drones many years ago, before drones were even invented or created, you know. I dream about them. I saw them. I also dreamed about London in very far future. Also Tel Aviv. very far future. So yes, I have very interesting, experiences with this type of out of body experiences. Yes, I call them also, and because sometimes I can feel when I start to sleep, I can feel that that night I'm gonna go out of my body and I'm gonna travel to different places. Yeah, it's very interesting. This just my that's my experiences, okay? And I can validate these experiences because now you see drones are there, even you know being used in a war. I saw them being used not in a war, but I saw them being used in here in London to to supervise parks. That's where I was when I saw them for the first time, and it was used by the police. They were wrote the police on the drone, and I was amazed because I thought how come it's gonna be built something like this. I dreamed it very long ago, more than 20 years ago. I dream about them. Also, I dreamed about the internet being used uh, in schools, and also like I dream about a time where books is not gonna be there. You're gonna read things on iPads, etc. In my days, I saw computer. Okay, I didn't see candles or candle things like this. I saw computer because when I had the dream, I had a big computer. This computer, house computer. Do you understand? In those days, you didn't have any iPads or laptops like you have today. So yes, and I was so impressed with the dream that I decided to try to build one website with this. But on those days, uh, the only people that had websites was very the government. The government was then after I had the dream about 5 6 years after, then Amazon start to Amazon come up, Amazon and come up, eBay and all these things. You don't understand. So yes, I had this insight before it happens, and I try to build one, but then I don't have any knowledge about computer, nothing, do programs, nothing. So I try to contact someone in Brazil, in my country, but they thought, oh no, this is gonna be too expensive, and we have a lot of a big place to do. Or because on those days they didn't have so small things like today. All the computers are too big, and to have a lot of memories, they have to have big machine. So they thought it's gonna be too expensive, and they didn't. They were not very excited in doing it. And today, you see, everything now is coming in computer. I had the dream, but I didn't have the money to do it on those. I I also don't have money anyway today to build something like this, but would be more possible today than it was before. Put that way. But now today there is too many. you know, I had the insight before it happens. So yeah, but I'm gonna talk with something I'm gonna try to be very quick with talking about something before I start my talking about my dreams specifically, because every every dream, it is specific. For example, I had to tell you how in what conditions I saw this dream about the you know online libraries, online books. I what context the dream was, so you understand. And okay, so it's gonna be progressing because I had too many, so it's gonna be a lot of dreams. I'm gonna start from when I was younger, okay? But today I want to talk about something else. That's just the introduction of what I'm going to do from the next, probably next year, for the end of this year to next year. So today I want to talk something that it was pop in my brain when I was doing my front garden today. It pops like, you know, when you have something good happens in your life, you tend to grasp it with your full hands and don't allow it to go when time is for it to go. So I was thinking about that today. Some people come to our life for a mission for a short time and then gone. But our a tendency is to hold on this or situation or people or house or anything. So in my experience, I had this problem of attaching myself and then very hard for me to let something go. But I have been going through experiences that teach me to let go whatever is time for it to go. It's like and then I was thinking how I'm going to explain it. Okay, I was thinking in my garden how I'm going to explain to you what I mean with that. So come to my memory, holidays, for example. You know, when you go for holiday, that's going to be 1 month, 15 days, 1 week. Then you have to go back to your previous situation. Okay, holiday is a time, is a break. It, if the place you are in holiday is the most amazing, if the hotel is amazing, everything is amazing, but it's just that moment, that time, that space that you are there and you're enjoying it, and it's gonna, the only thing that is gonna remain from that experience is the experience itself and the memories. Yeah. So what if you're in this holiday, you spend a month there, fantastic, you know, you feel good, everything is beautiful and everything is provided, and then you decide, no, I don't want to go back home, I want to stay here. I don't want to, my reality that I want to be in holiday all the time. But it's not possible. It's not possible. So the reality comes when you get to the airplane or your car to go back to your routine. You have this feeling of mm, losing something. But then when you get home and you see your stuff and then everything that is there, you conform yourself. You, okay, that's what it is, and then the memories is gonna remain on you. The good time, you're gonna remember everything. You have the thoughts, etc., to remember it. Why do why don't we do the same with every single experience in our life? Why you have, for example, if you have a relationship with someone, that person probably is there in your life for just a short time, and then that person is gonna go, but you have it's so hard to let go. I had the experience in my life many times. My ex-husband, the mom look, when I divorced, when I separated from him, when I was already separated physically for a long time, more than 10 years. I was already living in the same house but in different rooms for 10 years. But the moment I realized that my relationship, my marriage was completely broken, gone forever, I just, I spent 2, 3 days in very deep depression because The realization of this, okay, it was good until it was there, even if it was not good, I was still feeling depressed because I realized that the only thing that would be there forever was the memories and the kids. So the frustration was so great that even not in love anymore, but the frustration was bigger than anything else. Even the reality that was there, the frustration it was bigger than the reality. So I had to learn to let go. And that experience was just one of them. I had many after. This difficulty in let go. And and then I thought, okay, if situations is just for a short time, let me learn how to do it. Show me some situation that is gonna consolidate this knowledge. And then I'm gonna get emotional. Then my brain took me to a episode in Jesus' life. Most everyone knows that story, okay? Jesus was in Capernaum. He has been preaching all day long. He did beautiful preaching, and at the end of the day, he looked at his disciples, 12 of them, and say, okay, let's go to the other side of the Galilee Sea, or the, you know, the Galilee Sea. And the disciples look at each other and said, oh, what? It's nearly night now. The day is gone. Are you going to cross the lake or the sea, the Galilee? Because the Galilee Sea is actually a lake, a big, massive lake. But on those days, they were called the Sea of Galilee. So the disciples was, what the heck, what are we gonna do? Why we're gonna cross during the night? The wind is gonna be blowing very hard and it's gonna be difficult. But Jesus was determined to cross the lake to the other side, and the other side was not a Jewish side. It was a Greek side. He wants to go to Gadara. And then the disciples look at him and say, why? He said, because someone there needs me. I have something to do in there. And then the disciples, okay, probably he's going to see the governor of that place, probably someone very rich. He wants to listen to him, to his wisdom, etc. So they said, okay, let's go. So they went to the boat, the 12 of them and Jesus. Jesus was very tired, so he went to just rest his head there, because they don't imagine the boat was big. It was very small, made by wood, very small thing, not probably 2 meters off. So all of them has to fit in there. So Jesus was just resting his head and he slept. But then the winds were not in favor of the direction the disciples has to go, where Jesus asked them to go. So they start to have problems. And then the journey that was supposed to last for about 2 hours was lasting all night long. And by the end of the mid, mid of the night, the disciples noticed that they were not able to drive to pilot the vessel, the small boat. So they said, we are gonna die here, because I can tell you, when the Galilee Sea, when the Lake of Galilee it's very rough. When it is windy, it's very rough. they really created big waves. So they were afraid, and then they went to Jesus. Jesus, why are you sleeping when you are gonna die? Come on, wake up. You're gonna all die because the sea is, stormy sea. So Jesus wake up and then look at them, say, where is your faith, man? And told the sea to calm down, and the sea just, the disciples were so, who this man is that even the sea, you know? So they went to the other side by the morning. Jesus went off the boat and walked down to the Gadara. Gadara was a little, not it. You can't see the lake from Gadara, but Gadara was about probably 1 hour walking from the lake. So when Jesus approached the city, came a man naked, saying to him, "Go off, go off. You don't want anything to do with you, Jesus of Nazareth." So Jesus just because the man was crazy in his head. He just cured the man, and then he was okay. And after that, he wants to follow Jesus, and Jesus said, "No, you go back to Gadara and show to your family and say that now you're okay. You are not crazy anymore. You don't have any demons on you anymore. You're okay." And many years after that, after Jesus died, Gadara was one of the main city because of the experience of this man. Gadara was the main city for the disciples, and embrace the news of Jesus. The preach of Jesus, embrace everything because you know that miracle that Jesus. So what I'm saying is, telling the stories, Jesus went to that Gadara place not for the governor, not for anyone rich. He went there for a poor man that was living on the caves and naked. What I'm saying is sometimes Jesus goes for the person that is the less one, but because he wants to provide for that person. He has some plans for long future. Our problem is, we just look at the moment. You don't look future. You don't look the whole picture. Sometimes people is in our life for a short time because that's the time, because they have to be open to another situation that is coming up. Like Jesus had to make that man, heal that man, because in future that city would be the bishop place. He was not thinking about that moment. He was thinking about future. What you have to do is, you can't stay on the past, and you can't stay in just in the present. You have to continue moving on. You have to continue forward. There is more things to come later. So all this process, and sometimes the process is not easy. Like, it was not easy for Jesus to go to that place. He has to face the disciples didn't want to go, and then the sea was rough and stormy, and the man was naked. He was the person that no one wants to be with. He was completely out of the society. He was living in the caves. He was living by the tombs, because on those days the cemetery was on the tombs. So he was living with the dead. But that man was the one that Jesus wants to use to spread his news, thinking not on this moment, on the present moment, but thinking about future, thinking about tomorrow, long term. Because this city was preserved and has been until um, I'm sorry to say, until Muhammad, until the Muslim went to Middle East, to the Middle East and destroyed everything. Gadar was completely destroyed by the Muslim people. They killed everyone there. They destroyed the city. Um, for until today, you don't have Gadar anymore. They're just ruins. But Gadar was there. Gadar was blessing for about 600 years because of that experience of that man. So sometimes one experience in your life that you had to let go is going to be blessing for years to come. You don't know, we don't know. So if you have some blessings today, and these blessings, you think that is the blessing, and the blessing wants to go, you think, oh my, I can go, I allowed my blessing to go, I need my blessing because it's comfortable for you. But everything goes like Gadara goes. Gadara did what she was supposed to do and no more. Sometimes people come to your life, you're supposed to do, but no more. So you have to accept it and embrace that news with gladness, because you know life is beautiful, but sometimes it looks like a joke. And so if you don't enjoy your moment and you take it easy, it's hard. It's getting harder. You're gonna feel hard to move on. So take it as a blessing, but play, you know, take it easy. Take it easy. Don't attach yourself to many things, but you can carry anything when you die. So what? So what? Attach yourself and try to be in the well of life of waters forever, when you know that you can go to there, you have your drink and then go. Another fountain you open later on. You know, you can't stay in holidays forever. You have to face the reality of our life every single day. So don't attach yourself to anything. Just go smooth. Like it's a journey that you go. You can't stay long in one spot. You have to move on, move on. The nature teaches us every single day. You have all the seasons every year, and you don't learn with nature. Today is spring, but tomorrow is gonna be summer, and then it's gonna be autumn, and then it's gonna be winter again. And you can attach to spring all the time, or you can have summer all the time. You have to have the 4 seasons. Nature is there teaching us every single day, and we still don't want to learn to let go. So my message today is let go, because everything is like a joke. I am learning, and I hope you do also. I hope you understood my message today, and God will bless you and keep you safe, and me also. Bye bye.